My name is Rhapsody, and this is the demo for Inscryption, a game I have been waiting a ridiculously long period of time for with deeply bated breath, to the point that my face turned blue repeatedly, and I had to gasp, regain my normal pallor, and then go back to holding my breath. It's time. I'll link in the description down below the playthroughs I've done of Daniel Mullins' last games as well, the Pony Island and the Hex. So if you're interested in this kind of game, or in my history with this developer, they'll be available. So delighted to see that name.
Okay, time to figure out what's on this thing.
Press any button to start. I'm gonna go with the up key. New game, continue options, credits. Let's go to the options first. Oh, so this is even teaching you how to play the cards in the game, I imagine, right? I've clicked the card in my hand, I click the place it goes on board. Flicker FX. Screen shake, damn. So it's a horror game. It's going to try and utilize things such as Flicker FX and Screen Shake to try and get us into the mood. However, these are accessibility issues for a large amount of people. We're going to be turning both of those off. If you want to watch another one that has them, I'm sure they exist. Dialogue text speed, that's reasonable. Resolution, noise effects. I don't know if that noise effect is going to be too much. If anyone finds it too much, I'll turn it down. Just leave that as is currently, and that's fine too. So you're not allowed to start a new game. You must continue. Interesting. Good old save icon right there. Never been anything else. It's just it was drawn that way so that people would know that it's used for saving. Okay, so hang on. They're not going to speak this on. We do.
Another challenger. It has been ages. Perhaps you've forgotten how this game is played. Allow me to remind you. Play the squirrel card.
We've got 2 wolves, a stoat, and a squirrel. Sure. It's got 0 attack, 1 health, I imagine.
Now, play your stoat.
Let's go back to my hand, and I'll play the stoat. Stoats cost 1 blood. Sacrifices must be made. Oh! The blood is the health of other creatures. This almost feels like Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm like, sack summoning. Like, this is my 5-star. I've done my normal summon. I've put out my, I've put out my 3-cost minion. I've forgot the name of every single 3-cost minion. But then you sacrifice it, obviously, in order to sack summon, special summon, whatever the heck it's called. Tribute summon, rather. Let's do it.
An honorable death. Play the stoat.
Oh yeah, it's tributing a thing that definitely happens in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! That's a fair point, well made. It's more XCs and links and all that.
Wolves require 2 sacrifices. You don't have enough. Ring the bell to end your turn and commence combat.
Ding ding!
Your stoat stands unopposed. The number on the bottom left is its attack power.
So deal 1 damage.
Your stoat dealt me 1 damage. I added it to the scale.
as soon as I can see this character, I'm gonna change my voice for them. But if I can't see them ever, thankfully that voice is an easy one.
You win if you tip my side all the way down. Like this. My turn.
They play a coyote.
Your stoat stands in the way of my coyote. My coyote dealt 2 damage to your stoat. That means your stoat's health is 2 less. If a creature's health reaches 0, it dies.
Yeah, typical.
It's your turn again. You may draw from your deck, or you may draw a squirrel.
So squirrels are our sack material, so we'll summon the squirrel, and then we'll sack the stoat and the squirrel. The stoat said, hey, stop, when I sacrificed it.
Fear not. The beast is sacrificed, but not removed from your deck.
Good. And then I'll play my own woof. Oh, and that goes direct through. 3 damage dealt, 3 weights on the scale. Did that drop it to the ground? Because you're learning, I will pass. Again, the choice, a random square from your deck or the certainty of a squirrel. Well, how's it gonna be a random from the deck this time? River Snapper. You're making sacrifices for that creature. Ah, but I can still just scroll down to look at them. Good. Also, I have a hand. I mean, you push in 2 damage from my 3 damage in a cycle? I think I'm fine. Yeah, that's it. We won the match.
They won't all be so easy. Let me recall your story. Oh, yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to see that character for a really long period of time then. We'll change its voice a little. You are lost deep in the forest. A single path revealed itself. 2 denizens of the forest approached you, tentatively. The caustic adder. Damage from its poison bite is always lethal. So, death touch minion only requires, no, still requires 2 sacrifices. The undying cat. Sacrificing the poor beast does not kill it. Excellent. Only 1 may grace your paltry deck. We'll take the resummon fuel, you kidding me? Another creature joins you, caravan. Some of the creatures of the forest seemed willing to follow you. You came across an abandoned sack. You found a squirrel in a bottle. Break in case of emergency. And have a second. Another useful implement. I'll allow you to tip the scales with it. 3 is as much as you can carry. This is like Hand of Fate. Bumbo? Bumbo feels involved here almost as well? Like Hand of Fate, obviously, I mean, like, you know, you've got, you're sat across the table from some mysterious being who is, through cards, guiding you through a story. You know, Hand of Fate, obvious. The Bumbo feels here too, though. Not in the gameplay, in the presentation, mind. You were ambushed while crossing some rough terrain. Got my own boulder with 5 health. You sacrificed me while I was sleeping. It was the right play. I get it. Maybe. You'll help me? Play along for now. What was said above? Play along. You may now see my moves ahead of time. So you are going to summon a wolf cub into a blank position. The wolf card is a fledgling. A card bearing this sigil will grow into a more powerful form after one turn on the board, so I do want to take that off before the end. So play along, says the Stoat. Not our opportunity to draw. They have 2 stumps on their side. We've 1 boulder on our side. Okay, so I cannot sacrifice the boulder. Got it. Did the Stoat even want to be played? Oh, that boulder is going to guarantee that I don't have the ability to deal with the wolf cub because I'm not going to be in the same path. So instead, I should attack past. Let's put our squirrel there. And the cat. You don't disappear forever. So what if I sacked the squirrel for the cat and then sacked the cat for the Stoat? Unfortunately, I shouldn't have done that in the same position. Here we go. Ooh, do I sack both for the River Snapper? I kinda wanna. Wow, seriously? Yeah, it demands 2 sacrifices. Oh, but so the cat resummons in its own position as well. Ding, ding, ding. Mind the ambitious wolf cub. It ages swiftly. That might not have been the best play. You're intending to play a bat, which is airborne. Cards bearing this sigil will strike an opponent directly, even if there is a creature opposing it. Oh boy. Oh boy. I kind of want to summon my wolf out, take down the stump, start pushing some damage. I think I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna summon a squirrel here, and then the wolf will sack those 2 and summon there. That'll kill the stump in a single round. We still have a 1-1 on the other side. So the bat is airborne, has... Oh boy. It flew right over the cat. Oh. I can't kill that cat myself. Another wolf. Wonder if that's just going to be enough to get us enough damage fast enough. We obviously get 3 through. They get their 2. We get 6 this round though. Can I see the score anyway? Doesn't look like I can see the score at the moment. Well, I mean, we can only draw squirrels at the moment, so draw the squirrel and drop it. And it looks like we're 6 away from winning, so end the turn. Does that win? Yep. You prevailed and trekked onwards past the now bloodied terrain. The young wolf cub. It grows into a wolf after a single turn. That's a 3/2 as well. The meek sparrow. An inexpensive, if feeble, flying creature. Let's go, wolf cub. We got some pretty good openings in this deck. You stumbled into some strange stones in the mist. You were compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice. One that will be lost forever. Card removal. Card removal. You looked upon your menagerie and selected a healthy What? Pardon moi? Pick me. Yeah, sure. What an honor. A ghastly spectacle, but the soul of the cat now lives inside the stoat. Behold my totem. It inscribes my canine cards with the airborne sigil. He's completely insane. You see that, right? No care for the rules. Pathetic, really. Enough. Maybe he keeps me around to watch me suffer. Okay, so enemy is playing a coyote with airborne, as well as a bat this turn. That's a lot of damage they're intending to... Wow! It's a huge amount of damage. So I should sell the ability to take those down. The River Snapper... The River Snapper wouldn't be a bad play against one of them. Let's go Squirrel here. Summon the Stoat over the Squirrel. They fly so they don't attack a creature. Yeah, but I can attack them back, right? It's when they attack they get the priority of that. But if I end my turn with a minion lined up against one of them, would I not strike them? And they both have 1 HP. Back on the board. All right. Ding, ding, ding. My totem has granted my coyote the power of flight. They attack over me both times. So I'm looking for a squirrel now. And then I summon the squirrel here. We river snap over you two. And then I end my turn. We remove their 2 minions. Their 2 minions. That is a wolf cub, is it not in the back line there? And I'm gonna push 2 damage through this turn. Okay, we'll take a squirrel. I have scarcely been disengaged while learning a game. I'm quite pleased. Alright. Squirrel go down. Wolf, sack squirrel stoat. Someone's in the same position. Because that's not on board yet. It'll be attacked past, and then we can try and prevent it from dealing damage on a later turn. 3 damage away from winning. It's fine. So 3 damage away from winning. If I can get 1 more damage on the board right now, I win. So let's try and draw into that, see if we can. The wolf cub. That'll do it. Ugh, again? I mean, look, I gave you the ability to live forever. You will be sacrificed. I'm sorry. That's the burden you took when you accepted that soul. Excuse me? You should be deceased? Please deceased to be. Ooh, okay, so extra damage is being collected and tracked in some fashion. Impressive. You may yet survive this ordeal. Knock on wood. A sparrow. Sparrow has airborne, so again, it strikes the opponent directly. Even if there's a creature opposing it, but it's got very little damage. The ornery porcupine. Sharp quills await those who attack it. Sharp quills await those who attack it. I see. Once a card bearing the sigil is struck, the striker is then dealt a single damage point. The conniving raven, a blight upon the skies. Yeah, getting some flying damage in, it requires 2 sacrifices, but that's so, yes. That's so exceedingly yes. So this over to the left looks like a campfire of some description. Obviously, you know, meta-textual knowledge of this genre is starting to tell me that that is obviously going to be health in some way. Let's go over here. Health or recuperation or resting or something that I probably don't think I want. Okay, so I can sack the soul of one of these into another. Now the stoat was a 1/3 by base, I think? Or was the stoat a 1/1? How are statistics dealt with when you merge units? Also, this wolf cub, hang on. A card bearing this sigil. Can a card have multiple sigils? And if this minion grows into a more powerful form, does it retain sigils that have been placed in it from other things? That is to say, if I sacrifice the raven into the wolf cub, does the wolf cub get flight as well as turns into a wolf in a turn? And when it turns into a wolf in a turn, does that wolf still have flight? A more powerful raven after 1 turn. Well, boy howdy, don't that sound intriguing. More powerful river snap. I need to know. So in 1 turn, that raven will grow. That was the best outcome possible there. There's a way out for both of us. It's somewhere in this foul cap. Be silent or I will tear you to shreds. Squirrel start. We also have ground fur on board. And there's a mighty leap. A card bearing this sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. Okay, so we have some airborne defense already based on deck. Unfortunately, it is limiting our spaces. Summon squirrel. Summon start over squirrel. This spot, you sure? Did I? Is it because the grizzly's on the other side? Yeah, that's probably... Uh-oh. I'm not sure. Undo. Problem. I have problemed. Uh-oh. Oh, God. So I have the ability to put another squirrel down on the board. I can also tilt the scales a little bit. I don't think either of those really helps. This grizzly's gonna pound in 4 damage next turn. And the fur's like blocking our positioning. So it is seeming like this, this might be a fight that we're not intended to win. 3 damage on the wolf. How much does the tilt do? A weight. We're also 1 in their direction right now. Squirrel. Squirrel. Wolf. Tilt. She. What? A well-earned point of damage. I didn't think you'd really do it. Mister! Where's that stoat when we need it? Time to die, I guess. You've lost. Using this as a learning opportunity may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch me my candlestick from atop the barrel beside the door, won't you? You looking closer every time I turn away? No. Oh, I can. It's tile-based movement. Got it. Candlestick from the barrel over near the door. Try and keep an eye on you as best I can. Wait a second. Why am I listening to you? Let me look at some other stuff. Okay, so we can manually manipulate the time there. I've been in many a room of this ilk. These are affixed to the wall. Many a room that is meant for escaping from. Of course, I didn't accidentally do it there. Interesting. Keeping an eye on those figures, just in case they happen to be from another game. May I? May I? Seems like it's not. Oh, right. Your arms need to winch apart as a result of placing the correct thing in this mechanism. Tracks. All right. Bring it here. Good creepy head. Now, sit back down. All right, bud. Let me explain something to you. That was one of the 2 mistakes you can make here. If you make another one, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? Backpack available up in a couple spots. Rest space, which I still don't know what it does. I should probably go to that. So we found a cat, a stalwart snapper, a near impenetrable defense. Oh, they each grew a thing as well, I guess. There's a raven. Is this to say that if I take those, I will get some benefit? I want the cat, though. Give me cat. You came across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come, warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it by the fire, that will enhance its power, said another. You noticed one of the survivors wiping drool from their mouth. I don't need you more powerful, I need the raven more powerful. The fire warms the poor raven, enhancing its power. One of the survivors reached towards it. Another chap gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pulled the raven away from the fire and left. Boss time, baby! The trees seemed to close in around you as a chill mist descended. In the distance, you could hear the clinking of metal on stone. A hobbled figure stood in your path. 'Twas the Inspector Prospector. They wear masks to do us? Hell yeah. Alright. Squirrel and cat. That's play. What's their backline is coyote and a pack mule. There's a pack mule. At the end of the owner's turn, a card bearing the sigil will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil. Interesting. If a minion moves into another minion, does it push the other minion? It's a 2-1 in the coyote as well. When does this trigger? At the end of the owner's turn. So both of these will be placed. This one will attack. I don't know when the order of resolution is going to occur, but this one will push. If they both push over, then this is the space that the coyote is ultimately going to land in. We'll place the squirrel here. Sack it for the cat. And then we'll hold for a turn. Interesting. So the pack mule did not push the coyote. Game sound is a little loud at the moment. Okay. Get that pop down just a little. Did that not save? No. Seems to have. Okay. I mean, it seems pretty clear that it's a squirrel draw for us right now. So we have the ability to go for the coyote. The wolf cub is starting to come on board soon as well. My river snapper is an excellent defender against the coyote. I think we'll end there. So is the goal ultimately to get the pack mule across the entire board? Seems maybe. Okay, so this wolf, the coyote would go forward, would end up attacking the wolf, so we actually want to draw from the deck. It's just another wolf, damn. Can I sack that boulder? Can't draw blood from a boulder apparently. Would have been really good to put in that position, obviously counter the wolf cub. I feel like I'm kind of locked this turn. I can't do anything. There's our raven. Unfortunately, the raven won't attack opposite. It's not going to penetrate with its attack, though. Frustrating. Actually, perhaps I just start dealing damage to the enemy right now. Like, replace my river snapper, do something like this. And then I swing at 3 in my direction, so the 2 they swing in their direction doesn't you know, get us. And now I have 4 that penetrates as well. Got a squirrel. I can take out their wolf also, so we place a squirrel here, use the wolf, sack those 2, place the wolf in this position, and then, oh god, I hope That doesn't attack that one. Are they 2 away from victory? They are 2 away from victory. We can fly over the pack mule, right? Yeah, even if there's a creature directly opposing it. Okay. Nice. We lose our cat. I mean, what's the point score at the moment? Oh, we literally just swinging for lethal right now. He's doing the prospector again. Easy boss. Mule's key. The mule's key. I mean, I think I'm kind of invalidating a lot of the mechanic here because I just have a flying creature. I don't have the ability to kill the mule before I end the game, so. Take one of your lives. I hope you didn't think it would be that easy. I hope you didn't think it'd be that easy. There's gold in them there cards. No, what? My gold! Gold! House struck gold! You! What's the score at the moment? It's right back in the middle. Okay, so can I sack gold nuggets? What? I am so sad. Guess squirrel, sack the squirrel for start. Okay. Then end my turn. Take out their coyote. Bloodhound moves forward. I mean, I can only get squirrels. So their Bloodhound, Guardian, when an opposing creature is placed opposite to an empty space. A card bearing this sigil will move to that space. Right, so he defends, effectively. Well, here's the annoying thing. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. So the wolf attacks forward, right? We're on 1, right? We should have only been attacked for 3 from middle. Right, so we're on 2 life left. If I drop the squirrel and the wolf, I drop both of these pieces, I attack forward against the wolf, I take it out. The Bloodhound then just attacks forward for 2 damage, we die. Yeah, Bloodhound doesn't have the ability to move over. I obviously would have put it in this position if I had the ability, but I don't. Gold Nugget. Gold Nugget actually really screwed us here. How dare we? Oh, come on! Says the stoat. More gold for me! Damn it. Your body looking up at the sky, being dragged out or dragged in. You aren't dead yet. This isn't purgatory, though you may think of it that way. Before you expire, I must ask you a favor. Wishlist this game. Sorry, I would like a memento. Your very own death card. It's quite plain at the moment, isn't it? We'll work together to amend that. I want this to be the perfect memento of you. Here are some cards from your mediocre deck. We can put them to good use. Please, choose a card to draw the cost from. Well, I mean, they're both 2s. A cost of 2 blood from the wolf. And another. This time I'll use its power and health. The numbers. Whoa. 3 power and 2 health from the wolf. Now, choose a card which will extract the sigils. A sigil of many lives from the cat. I never did ask you your name. There is now but one final matter. The portrait. Are you ready? You don't need to smile. Here we go again. Another challenger. Perhaps it is time. Perhaps you can understand bones. The resourceful opossum costs 2 bones. You can gain a bone when one of your creatures perishes for whatever reason. By sacrificing. Hello, Stoke. Good to see you, bud. They intend to play a Rattler. Should definitely get the Stoat on board, right? Draw a squirrel next turn. Well, but the Stoat isn't resummoning. Barely even opposes the other. Alright, I think I'm just gonna set up. Let's drop a squirrel. I don't think I sack the Stoat for it. Or sack it for a Stoat. I think next turn I'm putting the wolf down. I take a squirrel, put the wolf in that position. Drop the enemy. Unfortunately, I have to take 3 damage this round. I'm okay with that. Puts us a pretty severe disadvantage, but should not be the end of the world. Okay, so maybe the opossum is how I want to challenge here. Okay, so we go squirrel there, and then the wolf sacks both squirrels, summons itself in a free position. From the death of your creatures, you've gained a bone. You won't lose it until it's spent, or the battle ends. And then the opossum spends the bones, summons in that position, and like I could sack the opossum for the Stoat. The Stoat feels garbage. The Stoat feels like a non-unit, frankly. We get back to a tied position on board. The enemy is looking to be able to take out my wolf as a result of this, unfortunately. Let's draw another card from the deck. Bullfrog. The Bullfrog has Mighty Leap. A card bearing the sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. I don't think I do anything. Pass. And then we are 1 away from victory, so I could do frankly anything here. Let's just make sure we get the Stoat on board. There we go. Boom. I almost want to sacrifice it as well, but I now know that it is another player who lost. So I cannot. Cannot. How brutal of you. You dealt me more damage than you needed to win. However, in my game, such feats are rewarded. To be precise, a tooth to keep for each extra damage spent. The Trapper may be interested in your spoils. Okay, so we should try and get overkill every single match because the Trapper is going to give us value for it. Oh. I forgot your figurine. Get up and fetch it for me. It's beside the safe. Okay, I'm gonna try 2, 3, 2. Okay, that's the stat line of the card that I created in myself. I don't know. I'm not gonna know enough to be able to do that puzzle, right? It's drawing my attention to it. It's given me intrigue, but will it allow me to solve anything? Ooh, okay, so that piece clearly sits over here to give us the knife. Obviously lighting... I snuffed it. Whoops. Is that gonna... Okay, so snuffing that fills this with smoke. If I could light this, that actually might actually like track all the way up there. Which then seems like it would interact with the other somehow. Can't spin the globe until it breaks. Okay. I'll do what the game is telling me, but I do want to take a second to check the other things out because we don't know. Squirrel and black goat. What if we try 010? Oh, I mean, that was already defaulted to 010 there. Dang. Nope. $12.36. Let's go with the time. Now, the second hand is the longest, right? I have a watch around here. I've forgotten how clocks work. Like the stubby hand's the hours. I'm pretty sure it's like 12 hours. Oh, but the problem is if it is, that's not actually going to help us, right? Because that'd be 12, 15, 30. That's too many numbers for the other thing. Let's go with everything to 12. You're gonna... Does it fit? We got a ring. Okay. I don't know if I have like an something I can inspect. Whoa, C. 273. That seems pretty clear. That's the rotation dial right there. Okay, I'm glad I started exploring. 2, 7, 3. We get a stink bug.
Oh, hey. I wasn't sure I would ever escape. That I encrypt. Is the stoat around?
P, the start.
The stunted wolf? This madness must end.
Put that away. How about I take a whiff? Key, baby. Okay. So, turn 0 out of 5. So I can move these wheresoever I want. Okay. Oh, no, it's deal 5. Deal exactly 5. Got it. Skink. I forgot I'd put that in there. Very well, you may add it to your deck, and I'll deal you one every so often. Okay, dealing 5 damage on this board. So that blocks flight. That's a next turn summon. That's a sigil I don't know yet, unfortunately. But flight blocks flight. I don't know what that is. Oh, no, I can't just move you out. Oh, that hurts. Okay, whoa, can I check what that sigil is anywhere else, though? Mighty Leap, Worthy Sacrifice, Repulsive. The card would attack bearing the sigil. It does not. Many lives. Airborne, Guardianette, Spreader, Hefty. We're just going to go until I find the right thing, even if it's... Ah, there we go. Loose Tail. The card bearing the sigil would be... Sorry, when a card bearing the sigil would be struck, a tail is created in its place, and a card bearing this sigil moves to the right. So it drops its tail. That makes sense. And it moves to the right. Interesting. So this will push 3 damage. And this will drop its tail and move to the right. Which unfortunately will block this 3. So if that doesn't attack, we get attacked for 1. We attack 3, we get attacked for 1, which actually sets us back 1, right? So maybe I need, yeah, because we could probably go negative on this. I'm assuming. So we attack for 3, they attack for 1. So it's positive 2. We attack for 3, getting back up to 5. Well, I guess this shouldn't attack then, right? No, but this doesn't move over. Okay, let's try this. 5. Never mind. Found it. Formidable creatures, those aren't. Very well, I'll add them to your deck and make them available for your future challenges. Okay. Is there anything else I'm capable of manipulating right now? Because that seemed like the end of the chain. We do have a ring. That's yet to really demonstrate its purpose in anything yet. It's entirely possible that, you know, one of these puzzles has a ring slot even further in, but I don't even know how I would interact with this. What is that sigil on the black goat there? Worthy Sacrifice. A card bearing this sigil is counted as 3 blood instead of 1. Nothing there. Or at least nothing that can just randomly be clicked. There's also another hutch here. Right. No? Nothing? Okay. That's probably a specific time we have to set it to, but we have no hints, as far as I'm aware at the absolute least, relating to time. It was a skeletal sigil that we just picked up. Put that down as well. Ah, it's now just hanging out in my inventory. $6 p.m. wraps? The code to the safe was 273. It's difficult to get a whole 7 situation up here. No, I'm feeling pretty expired here. Take the candle from the table. I can't use anything from there, no. Try setting it to 6. Why would I be setting it to 6? If that's just like the solution and I was supposed to find it somewhere, then I would rather find it somewhere if possible, please.
Let us continue. The meager coyote. But what did you expect for only 4 bones? The nefarious rattler. A brittle creature, once past its monstrous fangs. An unkillable cockroach returns to your hand after dying.
A copy of it is created in your hand. I like that. Whenever it perishes, you know you're free to get up again. To keep your blood flowing, rather. A rock may get you out of a hard place. A gust from this may lift your creatures into the air, if only for a turn. Choose one. I'll take the flying, I think. Feeling overburdened enough with full 3 items, you carried on.
You again? Indeed, our friend freed me.
Well, I basically told him how to do it. You got a plan?
We have another friend here.
You've got to... I wouldn't call him a friend, but I suppose we're in deep this time. Okay, there's a sparrow, 2 flying sparrows. They're going to be attacking over the top. I have the ability to try and counter them with a stoat just attacking them. Yeah. I mean, I don't defend in their lines, but I think I do need to aggress against them. And the stone might just be enough. Total misplay. Yeah. Cockroach! Can't play that yet, unfortunately. Ding ding. Oh boy. What's our score at now? 2 until I lose? Do I get a bone when anything dies? I don't think I get a bone when anything dies. Guess I just gotta get another squirrel on board. Only gonna take 1 damage next turn. Oh god, no, it was 1 damage on my turn? No, they just immediately had their turn afterwards. Okay. That's good, that's good. Let's roll from the deck. I see the way this is going. I concede. You may accept my surrender, or you may finish this match the slow way. I absolutely do not accept. Yeah, I want to try and get overkill. Trying to set myself up for what it would be. I think we slow play this, like, really slow. Oh my god, as in, like, the enemy's not gonna do anything anymore? Oh, so it's just how many hits I can do? Okay, so I'm 9 negative. So our biggest attacking minion is a 3. So I want to get to 8. So if I want to get to 8, I'm looking to literally just put down like stink bug there. Wolf attacks first. Okay, we'll draw another squirrel. I'll play 2 squirrels over here. Attack again for another 4. Get to +9. We draw from the deck, looking for an aggressive card. This is an opossum. I mean, it technically counts, but unfortunately I don't have the ability to sacrifice anything on board, so we're only going to be over-attacking for a total of 3 this time. If you desire it, you may stand now. It'll allow me time to plan. I'm no tyrant. You may stand whenever the map is unrolled. It allows me time to plan your next encounter. But do keep your hands off of my possessions. I refuse. Fondle every item. Okay, so that's still exactly as it was before. I don't know if we have the ability to do anything new just yet. So it's entirely possible we just return. Yeah, exactly. It's just the same draw. Alright. I have no reason not to believe that it's time to return. Cat. Rhapsody. The apotheosized goat. The truest offering. Sacrificing it grants 3 blood. This is a minion you can sacrifice to stay on and keep on board. Kinda good. I like the cat a lot though. Oh, maybe I need to recreate the board state that existed on the wall. That's a good point. Look at that goat. So was it squirrel goat? Or was it cat goat? We can go check, actually. Squirrel! I can do that in the next fight. I don't want to risk accidentally having to sacrifice. No, I should have so many minions in the deck that I'll have the ability to do something cool here. The choice is yours. The sigil of the cockroach. Marvelous. I'll go. The sigil of the cockroach on something cheaper. Oh, putting it on the black goat. But this might ruin my ability to recreate the same board state. This is hilarious. But does it ruin my entire life to do? I think it's time to find out, I guess. An unkillable goat that sacrifices for 3 blood. It's time to slam so many minions on the board. We've got too many cards in the deck to be able to do it consistently, unfortunately. Worker Ant. So the Worker Ant has ant damage. Ant type damage is the value suppressed. It's equal to the number of ants the owner has on their side of the table. Makes sense. Blefrog has the ability to block flight, loose tail. Would be struck. It'll create a tail and move to the right. Got it. Does the board state have to be empty as well? I mean, it looked like it had to be empty, so I don't think I do it in this match. probably just swing the damage my way if I can. There's our stoat. Don't intend to do anything this turn, though. The wolf is upgraded also. Ooh. So that wolf's a 2. Alpha. Creates creatures adjacent to this card bearing... sorry, to a card bearing this sigil gain +1 power. Got it. Do I need my squirrel? I can't really get that much on board, unfortunately. Nothing with 2 power. So I probably just want the healthiest. Fine. And then we'll end our turn. So we can take out their 2 minions, and then we have that wolf still relevant on the board, unfortunately. Let's take... It's like, I need squirrels, but I also need to not draw squirrels. Weirdly. I mean, this minion's getting weaker. It's probably a time to sack it for something else. I'm gonna draw from the deck. I'm looking for a bones draw. It's a black goat. So if I sack the... So if I put the black goat in the corner, after sacking the worker ant, I can then sack the black goat to put the skink on board, and then sack it again to put the bullfrog on board. Interesting. You don't bank blood. It just counts as 3. And it's undying, but it comes back to hand. Okay. That's actually kind of tragic.
It's hard to call it cowardly.
Using that as our block engine, unfortunately. Still don't really have the ability to do anything there. We hyper aggress against that wolf, and then what's the score at? Actually, we could survive another round after that. An opossum. Let's do it. Opossum opposes the wolf. So we attack for 1, they attack for 3, they end up on 4. We still have to be able to deal with that wolf on a later turn. The problem is I need a minion that can contest you, but I also need, like, a damage.
So strange. Why can't I remember his name? I believe I lost some of my memory in the flash.
In the flash? You have me here, I surrender. Do you? Do I? Strange, strange. I don't have you here. Is it because it wants me to get through the demo? It's like anytime it starts winning, they will sack themselves. Stink bug. Decreases the power of the enemy on board there. We lose our stink bug. Let's go for a spicy draw from the deck. There's the Ant Queen. It is an ant spawner. When a card bearing the sigils played, an ant is created in your hand. Oh, that being endless would be hilarious. Okay, so the black goat sacks the opossum, summons itself, and then the Ant Queen sacks the black goat to summon in the wolf's position. Power in number, the Ant's Creed. And the worker ant is gonna go sack that stoat. Nice. I'll take a squirrel, place it down, sack it, placing a black goat in that position. Pass the turn. I don't think I can recreate it at the end here, though. Yeah, like I'd have to get it. Yeah, it's not possible to do at this point. I will draw the final card from the deck, though. And that'll do. I'll sack the black goat, summon the wolf, and that's maximum damage, I think. Thank you for your teeth.
You were stopped along the way by a trapper looking to liquidate his pelts. There was something uncanny about his appearance, but you were quickly distracted by his wares.
Care to look at me pelts? Take a pelt for your charge.
There's a rabbit pelt.
See the quality.
There's also a golden pelt up there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Looks like we have 10 here to spend. Golden pelt. It looks like these are buff cards. They would increase.
You're leaving already? You're leaving already?
What was your...
Leaving already? Please consider me pelts.
I mean, take the golden one, right?
You'll need more teeth for that one. Thank you for your business.
The man assured you his of the value of the pelts. They appear to be useless in a fight, but he mentioned that the trader further down the path would reward you for them.
Sack sigil. Okay.
Am I your choice?
So, Ant Queen. Wait. You can merge them with a pelt? I guess that's just to give them increased health.
Am I your choice?
Giving increased health to the one that makes opponents lose 1 power actually isn't that bad. I could see doing that, right? I was looking for the ability to jump back to hand with the Ant Queen here, unfortunately. Can I re-choose that? I can. Perfect. Oh. You know, what if we put this guy into the stoat? They apparently knew each other at one point. There's got to be a unique narrative interaction here. Yeah, all right. All right, never mind. It apparently. Golden pelt. Okay, so I can just drop that as a 3 health blocker, I guess. The alpha's going to be pumping units beside it. With a bullfrog, they would get priority of attack. I would get response. They would get a follow, and they would kill me. So, I actually kind of think I want to summon a wolf this turn. We'll hold. Annoyingly, that wolf is now vulnerable to the coyote. Oh, God. Yeah, can't sacrifice it. It's dead. Let's see if that rabbit pelt actually blocks this hit here as well. That hurt. Okay, at least the squirrel bullfrog will enable me to kill that coyote. He's gonna pull off the attack again. Because, look, I'm 4 from dead. What's the fan again? Oh, now you must draw a card first. There you are, black goat. I can't do anything with. Hell yeah. Makes my creatures flying. Shouldn't have done that. All right. Possum. Hilarious. Yeah, we can't do anything here. I'll contest you, and then we lose. We get to lose 2 times, thankfully.
How disappointing.
Hazardous information says pliers. They might have been able to save us a turn, but I don't think they would have been able to save us the fight. We were so far behind on value there.
The nascent fawn, it quickly grows into an elk.
That's fledgling. We'll turn into a elk in a turn. Nice. Black goat.
The feathered mantis. Its prying claws strike both the left and right.
So it doesn't attack directly ahead of itself?
Oh.
I'm going to take the elk fawn, just try and get something that can drop on board, get large. The trader. So that's the campfire. We'll be increasing the damage minion. I don't know. Is this a trader space? I thought this was just sea items.
If you deem it necessary, you may cut up one of my cards with these.
Okay. Yeah, there didn't seem to be anyone who wanted the pelts. I also did just get scissors. Like, those have got to be useful. Or not. Maybe they don't have to be. That's fine too. I'm absolutely completing this demo. You kidding me? No chance we're not.
The incessant clink-clank-clanking reverberated between your ears. The path ahead was blocked by a grotesque figure. 'Twas the prospector, hee-haw! Oh boy, that sure is the Ant Queen. Oh boy. Yeah, I mean, we can, you know, rush it out this turn. Squirrel. Black goat sets a squirrel. Someone's on board. Set black goat. Get the black goat back. Get the Ant Queen on board. Also get a workaround. We have sacked 2 minions. I could... Wow. I'm gonna pop the opossum down there and then sack the opossum for the workaround. Just push 4 damage on my first turn. We could kill the boss this turn. Yeah, turn 1 kill's gotta be sweet, right? Get prospected, buddy. Ooh, yeah. Right, it's only 1, of course. There's gold in them there cards. No, my best cards! No! Gold, I struck gold. Damn it. So you want to win with as few minions as possible on board. I get it. It's like 30 minutes ago? It was like an hour ago. And also, there's a lot to pay attention to. Won't let me smack him with gold, unfortunately. There's a wolf. Okay, so I can summon that wolf next turn with a squirrel. Fine. Get him! Squirrel, thump, black goat, thump. Wolf. Thump. End turn, kill the bloodhounds. That's an adder. The adder is going to be killing anything it attacks into, regardless. That's fine, I push way more damage than you. Elk form. Play that next turn if you can. And that'll do it. I still do need to recreate the board state in the... What is this strange...
Hey there, card gamers. I'm...
They're just gonna show us the full trailer. I'm down. October 19th.
Wow, great video.
Ah, it exited itself. I mean, so if I load that back up, I'm not... Man, I need to recreate that board state.